Start with host UTRG. Nope, we'll start with visiting Chicago State. Xavier Johnson, Andrew Lewis, and Rare Jones in the backcourt. Sean Davis and Solomon Hunt up front. As for UTRGV, the hosts, you can line up the usual suspects: Javon Levi, Jordan Jackson, Quinton Johnson, Leslie Varner, and Sean Ray. Head coach of UTRGV in his third season his fourth season is Lou Hill. And on the other side, his friend and former colleague at Texas A&M, Lance Irvin, is the head coach of Chicago State in his second season. Brian, your keys to the game.
Take a look at UTRGV. Hit that glass.
Tip for UTRGV, it's Sean Davis for Chicago State. UTRGV in the home whites moving right to left. Chicago State in the road blacks moving left to right. Davis wins the tip back to Jones. Cougars basketball, and we're underway with Chicago State. Johnson running the offense for the Cougars. Goes to the left wing for Davis. Comes inside past Varner. Goes to the left corner. Jones backs it out. Top of the key for Lewis. 14 on the shot clock, 13. Lewis steps to his right. Jackson's sticking with him. Now bounce to the baseline. That's Davis. Davis is pass to Johnson, except he plays for UTRGV, so that's a steal. Johnson to the rim. He lays it in, and the Vaqueros strike first.
Johnson, a little flash in the pan right there, taking it to the hoop.
Cougars try a response on the other end. Missed shot. Rebound Johnson. Here come the Vaqueros. Varner, right side jumper. Got it. 4-0.
Off to a hot start.
A little heat check there for Leslie Varner. Finds his pull-up jumper. Coach Irvin needs a timeout.
Well, because Sean Davis had nowhere to go with that basketball. He couldn't inbound. Darren Flowers, the third member of our broadcast crew today. He's also the head coach of our track and field and cross-country teams, and he's hoping that 2 weeks from today, when we're talking about our first Community Bank Student Athlete of the Week, that it's a track and field student athlete.
That'd be great.
Opening up the season a week from yesterday. Out of bounds goes the pass by Chicago State, UTRGV basketball.
Turnovers will be key.
UTRGV among the best in the nation. 10th in the NCAA in turnover margin, 13th in turnovers forced, over 18 per game. Leslie Varner, left wing three, doesn't fall, bounced a few times. The rebound ends up in the hands of Lewis. Here come the Cougars. Lewis comes in right side, draws a double from Johnson and Ray on the help. Pass cycles around, left wing Johnson, comes down low for Noah Bigaruami, who came in off that timeout. Now Lewis right side jumper, doesn't go. Jackson tips the rebound. Out of bounds, stays with the Cougars. 8 on the shot clock, 18-15 game clock. Correction, they reset the shot clock to 20. Vaqueros up 4-0. Johnson looking inbound stage right of the basket. Lobs it up for Solomon Hunt, 6'9", 272-pound junior out of Pomona, California. Lewis fires it inside for Johnson. Turnaround jumper, good from the foul line, and the Cougars on the board, 4-2.
If there's anybody on the floor that Coach Irvin wants to have the ball moving, it's going to be Johnson, the Dallas product. It's a spectacular spot-up shooter.
Jackson gets the ball, left side, jumper doesn't go. Hunt the rebound. And back we go the other way. Along the baseline comes Davis. His shot gets the trajectory changed. Johnson, the left wing for Jackson coming in, draws the foul on Johnson. Xavier Johnson, who couldn't stop his feet. And we have the game's first foul.
Replay monitor shows us what happens here. Johnson just tried to get over at speed of Jackson, put him on a set of roller skates for a second, could not get his feet set, and draw the blocking foul.
Jackson, a smart decision to lower that right shoulder too. Make sure he drew that foul. Varner has the ball right corner, left wing out to Quinton Johnson, left corner for Levi, jumper from the baseline, a little too strong. Rebounds batted out of bounds off of Varner, and it's Chicago State ball. 17:20 to play first half, 4-2. UTRG leads Chicago State. Jones signals the play for the Cougars. Brings it down against Jackson. Left wing for Lewis. Comes in up top for Hunt. There's the bounce for Davis. Ball's knocked away. Jackson's got a steal. Coming straight to the basket. Lobs it over the head for Ray. Can't do anything with it as the ball gets knocked away.
I think everybody in attendance was holding their breath for a second. The last time Jordan Jackson took a steal and headed to the rim, somebody got posterized. Take a look right here. Slows it down. Tries to find Sean Ray. Nice job by Hunt trailing back to get a hand up and send that one away.
Opened up a similar way to that play against Kansas City that you're referring to from Thursday that ended up on SportsCenter as the best dunk of the day. Difference being that the Cougars had 2 defenders back, whereas the Roos on Thursday only had 1. Quentin Johnson, left wing 3, doesn't fall. A rebound ends up in the hands of Lewis. Here comes Chicago State. Onto the top. Not a threat to shoot it from there. Pass to Johnson, who's getting forced back. Levi sticking with him. Quentin Johnson trying to bat that ball away. Comes loose. And then Xavier Johnson picks it up, and it's a jumper. Ties the game at 4. Well, UTRG at the game's first 2 baskets. Haven't scored since. About a 3-minute span now. Jordan Jackson, left corner 3, changes that. 7-4 Vaqueros.
Well, you think about Jordan Jackson's explosive ability to dunk the ball and just move with it. He can also shoot. Take a look at that.
Yeah, he's dangerous.
Johnson lobs it in for Hunt, who pushes Quentin Johnson, puts up a shot. No, Ray the rebound off of Jackson. Levi picks it up. Pass up to the left corner, Quentin Johnson. Open look at a 3. No good. Ray comes in for the rebound. A little bit of contact with Hunt. We get a foul, and we're up against the media timeout. 15:34 to play opening half. The Vaqueros out to a 7-4 lead. This is UTRG men's basketball on the WAC Digital Network and Q94.5, the Rock Station. Full court pressure from UTRG as Chicago State inbounds. Length of the court to go. Michael Johnson fresh into the game for the Cougars. Running the offense for UTRGV, it's Chris Freeman and Anthony Bratton in. Sean Ray and Quentin Johnson out. The big 3 of Varner, Jackson, Levi all still out there. Lewis tried to hand it off for Jones. And there was some contact on the handoff. And it's actually on Lewis. Jackson tried to get in for a steal there. Look at this.
And what gets Lewis there is Jackson poked that one away, and as he was kind of moving out of the play, Lewis takes his hand and pushes Jackson off. The unfortunate part there is Jackson wasn't going to steal that ball. It was Javon Levi bearing down on it. A senseless foul.
Varner is the ball left corner for the Vaqueros. Out to Jackson, left wing. Jackson in the right wing, Levi. Levi spinning, top of the key for Varner. Varner works his way in, top key for Freeman for 3. Got it!
Yeah. Great ball movement right there.
Coach Hill's talked all season about this team's offense is not about being flashy, being spectacular. It's just getting down to the basics, moving the ball, finding someone open, and when you're a guy like Freeman coming in off the bench, hitting your shots.
UTRGV leads 10-4, 5.5 minutes gone by. Jones with the ball for the Cougars, top of the key to Hunt. Pass comes to the right wing for Lewis. Lewis back to the top, that's Jones. 4 on the shot clock, 3. Jones moves to his left, 2. Floats up a floater off the top of the backboard, doesn't touch the rim at any point. Shot clock violation, UTRGV ball.
Chicago State's going to have to find a way to deal with this swarming defense.
I think the entire WAC's got to find a way to deal with this swarming defense. This UTRGV team is gritty. They're not afraid to take contact. They're not afraid to be like gnats. They're just everywhere. Every time you turn, there's an orange and yellow jersey in your face.
Orange and yellow?
Orange and white.
Levi.
Eyes are a little jaundiced today.
Jackson, left wing 3 is no good. Rebound by Varner. Jackson coming around right side underneath for Bratton, who gets fouled going up for a dunk. Free throws coming for Anthony Bratton.
That's what Jackson could do, man. Dribble, penetrate, dish. He's so explosive.
You know, I think that's a good idea, an orange and yellow jersey. I think it would blind the opponents.
Hey, whatever works, right? Any advantage you can get.
Bratton misses the first free throw. Uche Tipiamaka in, Javon Levi out. Maybe do like a swirl.
Oh.
The second free throw, we got a lane violation on Chicago State, so they're going to do it again. Brad would have missed. Now he gets a reprieve.
Michael Johnson, who's given up about 6 inches on Bratton. A little advanced, trying to get out there and box him out.
Bratton hits it. So 11-4 in favor of UTRGV. 6 minutes, 20 seconds gone by in the opening half. Michael Johnson dribbling it out for Chicago State. Goes around to his right. Hand it off for Marble. Cross for Xavier Johnson. Spins around, puts up the fall away. Doesn't go in. Bratton the rebound. Gets it to Jackson coming up the right side. Top of the key for Tipiamaka. Tipiamaka, right elbow. And a lot of pressure from Marble. Throws it away to the backcourt. Varner picks it up. That's a violation. It's Chicago State ball.
That was a good possession defensively for Chicago State. They cut the passing lanes off. Ended up forcing Tipiamaka over into that spot. Didn't have a lot of places to go with it. They cut the angles off, and he tries to make a smart play and lob that over. A little too much pepper on that one.
Varner gets his first breather. Rob McLean Jr.'s in. Only one starter on the court for UTRG right now, Jordan Jackson. Marble. Gives it a Big Ruami, and this shot is blocked by Bratton.
Great defense.
Tipiamaka. Freeman at the top, giving to McLean. To his right for Jackson. From the Chicago State bench. Jackson comes inside, throws it up, no good, but a foul. Free throws coming for Jordan Jackson.
That's going to be a challenge for Chicago State to deal with all these fresh bodies that Coach Hill keeps putting in.
Chicago State has 8 players dressed for this game. Check that, 10. There were 2 at the scores table when I was counting. And UTRGV could go 12 deep in this game.
Now checking in for the Cougars, number 0, Brazier Jones, and number 25, Solomon.
Suffice to say, there aren't very many teams in this nation that have the level of conditioning of this UTRGV team. They like to hustle, they like to run fast, they like to be aggressive.
Jackson misses on the second free throw, so 12-4 UTRGV, 12.5 minutes to play first half. Cougars haven't scored in about 4 minutes. UTRGV on an 8-0 run.
It's been a game of runs so far. UTRGV got 4 straight. Chicago State responded with 4 straight. UTRGV 8-0 now. Seems like if you can score a point, you're going to go on a little bit of a run regardless of what happens.
Xavier Johnson tried to come in for a layup, gets fouled by Bratton. So a couple free throws for Johnson, chance to get Cougars back on the board. First free throws of the day for Chicago State, and that first one's good. Johnson, 89% free throw shooter.
Yeah, I think if he continues to get to the hoop, he could create some opportunities.
He now has all 6 of Chicago State's points after hitting both free throws. Jackson with the ball at the top, left wing for Freeman. UTRGV basketball with Jackson now on the left baseline. Pass the top for Dibiamaka. Dibiamaka comes in the lane, stops, pass it back out to Jackson. 9 on the shot clock, 8. To his right for Freeman, launches an NBA 3. Bingo! 15-6.
2 big shots for Freeman off the bench, man.
That's what Coach Hill wants. Get those guys in, hit shots like that.
11:37 to go in the first. Xavier Johnson turns it over underneath. Ahead to Jackson. Coming in one-on-one. Dribbles behind himself. And the only reason he didn't get a highlight dunk is that Jones came in from behind and poked the ball out of his hands. UTRGV ball when we return. 11.5 minutes to go in the first. 15-6 Vaqueros. This is UTRGV men's basketball on the
Ball in McAllen. That's the UTRGV Coaches Show every Tuesday at 7. Right here on Q94.5, the Rock Station.
Back to action, and Anthony Bratton hits a jumper from the baseline. Immediately off the inbounds, and UTRGV leads 17-6. 11:20 to play in the first half. That's Brian Smith, Darren Flowers alongside. My name's Jonah Goldberg.
This defense is scary. They're all over the place.
Full court pressure for UTRGV. Up 11. And the inbound stolen by McLean, but he stepped out along the baseline after he got it. So to try again, Marble's the inbounder. Coming for Johnson. Passes it over Freeman to Jones, and he's across half court. Jones bounce for Davis, left elbow against Dibiamaka. Davis with an extra 4 inches on him. Jones, left wing for Johnson. Poked away by Levi. Stays with the Cougars. 10 on the shot clock, 10:59 game clock, 17-6 UTRGV. Bounce for Johnson. Johnson pass it in for Hunt, and underneath there's a dunk from a cutting Davis. It's the first player not named Xavier Johnson to score for Chicago State. And a little after 9 minutes gone by, 17-8 Vaqueros. Levi coming in for UTRGV, left corner McLean. McLean in the left wing for Levi. Comes to the foul line, stops, turns around, pass for Freeman up top. Freeman working his way in, 9 on the shot clock. Pass underneath for McLean. No! He switches hands in midair, sends it over his shoulder and through the hoop.
It's like the Matrix out here. He's just floating and bending, and somehow he's able to lay that off the glass.
That's what tasty wheat tastes like. Miss for Chicago State. Here comes UTRGV. Levi alley for McLean, who
Nice
finishes. (21-8) Vaqueros. 9:45 to go in the first. Xavier Johnson coming in right side. Left wing for Marble. Up top for Jones. Jones trying to come into his left. Gives it in for Hunt. Hunt draws a double team, goes through them and puts it in. Bratton and Freeman unable to stop Solomon Hunt.
Strong move from Hunt right there.
And away from the ball, an offensive foul. Levi was just standing out at the left wing. Back-to-back baskets for Rob McLean. Providing some real energy off the bench, which is where he's headed right now, along with Dibiamaka and Bratton. Jamal Gaines, Leslie Varner, Connor Raines all in for UTRGV. Lewis driving the lane for the Cougars. He loses it out of bounds, ends up on the ground, and it's Vaqueros ball.
When Lewis gets back up, Chicago State turns to the referee and says, "Didn't somebody tip that? Anybody?" Referee says, "No."
Our mascot, maybe. UTRGV mascot.
Well, some of Coach Flowers' runners are so fast, they may have tipped it without anybody seeing.
They were already around back in their seat.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Coach Flowers, but in any race you guys are running, you want to have a good start right off the blocks.
You got to.
And that's what UTRGV's had right now.
Oh, it's been huge. They're hot.
Lewis lays it in. Chicago State back on the board, 21-12. UTRGV ball. Levi coming in the lane as the ball knocked away and out. Stays with the Vaqueros.
You know, that is one thing about this UTRGV defense. It's so aggressive. If you get behind it, you usually get an easy bucket. I think, you know, Chicago State's been able to take advantage of that.
UTRGV ball with 20 on the shot clock. Varner at the top. Gives it to Connor Raines on the right, moving to his left. Give it to Levi. Top, moving right toward the Chicago State bench. 10 on the shot clock, 9. Give it to Varner, right corner. There's a long 2. Good! And the foul!
Wow. That hang time from Leslie Varner was spectacular. Got that shot off and then just kind of hung around. Replay shows it right here. A lot of contact after the release. Now he's going to head the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Leslie Varner, second.
So Varner, it's the free throw. UTRGV leads 24-12. Just over 8 minutes to go in half one. Hunt's got the ball at the top for the Cougars. Give it to Lewis on his right. Lewis, pass right wing, looking for Whitehead off his fingertips and out. Vaqueros ball when we return. 7:56 to play, opening half. 24-12, Vaqueros. This is UTRGV men's basketball on the WAC Digital Network and Q94.5, the Rock Station.
To get your UTRGV gear right now.
Back in the UTRGV Fieldhouse, he's Brian Smith. I'm Jonah Goldberg. Darren Flowers is here as well. And that's Leslie Varner, the second, hitting a jumper. UTRGV leads Chicago State 26-12 with 7:40 to play in the first.
Can't leave Varner open.
Coming off of a 17-point game against Kansas City on Thursday. UTRGV now 9 for 19 from the field today. That's better than 50%. Missed by the Cougars, a rebound by the Vaqueros. Here comes UTRGV. Freeman left wing 3 off the back iron. Rebound batted around into the hands of Hunt. Here comes Chicago State. Xavier Johnson forced backward. Now passes it forward for Davis. He gets it ahead. And Lewis drives for a layup and draws a foul. Chance for a three-point play coming up.
That's what I was talking about, getting behind that defense.
That's the one downside to that press. And UTRGV presses so well, but if you can break it, you're going to have some advantage. And in this case, UTRGV had 3 players back. They had a secondary press building. So all Lewis had to do was just attack the rim.
(26-14) UTRGV after Lewis misses the free throw. Under 7 minutes to go in the first. Varner along the baseline, puts up a jumper left side. It's good. Leslie Varner's got 9 points. And the Vaqueros are doubling up the Cougars 28-14. While I'm saying that, Lewis drives to the other side for a layup. 28-16. Levi comes in quickly. Tempo starting to pick up, but he decides to slow it down. Levi top for Varner. 14 on the shot clock. Varner stops. Feeds Levi. Out by the Cougars bench. 8 on the shot clock. Levi coming in underneath the basket. Lays it up and in. You know, it looked like he was going to pass it off, and then he realized, hey, wait a minute. There's nobody guarding me.
I'm right there. Might as well score.
Jones dribbling it out for Chicago State. Straight away with the basket. Pass left wing for Lewis. Lewis steps in against Raines. Lewis coming in more. Draws a foul on the floor. It's number 6 on UTRGV. So Chicago State ball.
Replay shows it pretty clearly right there. Raines half a step behind on that one, so he gets his legs up a little too quickly. Contact comes to the top of the shoulder. You'll get a foul every time on that. Credit to Lewis using his speed to get around that corner quickly.
Inbound for Hunt. Left elbow. Hunt draws a crowd. Top for Jones. Launches a long 2. Doesn't go. Varner skies for the rebound. Arnold Levi at the top. Pass off for Varner. Travels. Chicago State ball.
Now entering number 22, Michael Johnson. Johnson checks in for number 1, Andrew Lewis.
Michael Johnson in, Andrew Lewis out for Chicago State. So Johnson inbounds to Johnson. Xavier Johnson with the ball for Chicago State. His pass almost taken away by Jackson, but Michael Johnson's got it. Or Carlo Marble, rather. Give it to Hunt. Hunt back to Marble. Go to the baseline. Johnson, the jumper, falls in. It's 30-18. UTRGV's lead is 12. Levi coming in right side, gets underneath, tries to pass for Raines, throws it off of Jones' foot instead. So stay with the Vaqueros with 4:48 in the first half. Levi inbounds for Varner, foul line. Varner comes in, throws it off the window, no. Rebound Jones. Here come the Cougars. Long pass ahead. Michael Johnson gets ahead of Jackson, misses the layup. Rebound Gaines. Johnson waving his arms, wanting a foul. Meantime, Jackson comes ahead, feeds Varner left corner. Pass it out for Raines to Levi in motion. 20 on the shot clock, slow it down. Chance of let's go Vaqueros, let's go. As Varner is going to have a chance for a 4-point play. He hits a 3 from the left wing and draws a foul.
Seems like every time this UTRG team hits the floor, somebody's getting a 4-point play. I don't think I've seen it so much ever. Take a look. Replay shows it. Varner, quick release, quick contact, quick 3. 4-point play coming.
Varner's shot's dead on tonight.
You could go an entire season or more without seeing anybody have an opportunity to convert a 4-point play. UTRGV had 2 opportunities last game, converted 1 of them, courtesy Jordan Jackson. Varner had one earlier in the season as well. He misses the free throw here. Either way, UTRGV's lead is 15, 33-18, 4:12 to go in the first. Johnson, pass for Hunt, and then taken right out of his hands by Jackson. Ahead for Levi underneath, lays it up and in.
Great play. That's the way he turned turnovers into points.
Xavier Johnson coming up quickly, goes right corner, Jones for 3, it's good. That's a 14-point game. Levi top for Varner for UTRGV. Varner working his way in, forced it out to Jackson. Jackson backing in, stops, feeds Varner at the top. Varner working to his right, draws some contact. 1-and-1 coming when we return. 3 minutes, 27 seconds to play in the first half. UTRGV leads Chicago State 35-21. This is UTRGV men's basketball on the WAC Digital Network. And Varner, 4 boards already. He hits the first, he'll get a second.
Varner came oh so close to a double-double on Thursday against Kansas City. 17 points, 9 rebounds. Could get that double-double tonight if he keeps up this spectacular play.
It's second, and UTRGV leads 37-21.
Number 2, Quentin Jones at the second. For number 11, Leslie Varner the second.
More pressure from UTRGV. Johnson trapped in the backcourt. Pass ahead for Marble. Up the right side. Marble gives it to Michael Johnson. Directing traffic from midcourt. UTRGV 2-3 zone. Marble for Xavier Johnson on the right. 10 on the shot clock, 9. Give it to Marble. Right wing 3 is good. That is a 13-point game, 37-24. Levi running the offense for UTRGV. Averages more than 8 assists per game. Ball underneath to Ray, who slams it in.
Great vision. Great ball movement right there.
I mean, he was left alone underneath the basket. Two and a half minutes to go in the first. Davis gets the ball at the baseline, takes a walk.
Sometimes you get that defender in the air and you start kind of happy feeting it. You saw it there. You got a little excited, got the defender in the air.
He was dancing. He must have been listening to the UTRGV band.
I've got those happy feet. Javon Levi gives it to Ray, cutting the lane, and shot gets deflected by Marble and grabbed by Xavier Johnson. Here come the Cougars. Johnson forces it underneath. Davis can't hang on. UTRGV ball with 122 seconds left until halftime. Make sure you stay tuned at halftime. We're going to be joined by the industrious Rogelio Chanez of the UTRGV V Club. We're going to learn how you too can make a major impact on the lives of student athletes. Levi, Jackson left wing for 3. No good. Foul on the rebound.
Cougar foul on number 4, Tayshawn Davis. That is his first, team 8. At the line for the Vaqueros, number 1.
You know, when we talk about the V Club, we're talking about student athlete scholarships. All 3 of us are members. So if you want to be like Ike, come join us. Michael Johnson with the ball for Chicago State. 90 seconds left in the half. 39-24 Vaqueros. Along the baseline comes Davis, who lays it in. 39-26, 13-point game. It makes you stay tuned right at the start of halftime when Brian will talk with Coach Hill. When we get a 30-second timeout, use it. That's a place where people don't tend to win. UTRGV did. See if they can do it at home this year. Back to action, Javon Levi. With a minute to go until halftime. And away from the ball, we got a foul.
Yeah, that's one thing Chicago State can't afford to do is get foul trouble.
Well, that's 2 now on Davis. Xavier Johnson's got 2. Jones has 2. Lewis has 2.
The ruling on the floor remains the same. Common foul.
So free throws coming for Connor Rains.
At the line for your Vaqueros, number 3, Connor Rains.
Gets the first. Rains now 8 for 9 from the line this season. The freshman's second shot is good. UTRG up 41-26. 55.26 clock remaining until halftime. Michael Johnson bringing up for Chicago State left side. Johnson gives it a Hunt, foul line, left wing for Jones. Jones comes in and pushes it up. No. Rebound tipped into the hands of Jackson, coming up right side. Give it to Levi on the left. Levi, Johnson cutting into the lane, puts down his shoulder, throws it up, no good. And they call a foul after that.
Strong move to the hoop right there.
That is his second.
So they ding Solomon Hunt.
So did they call a block, or was it after the shot? Oh no, it was during the shot.
So that sends Sean Ray to the line. Ray 0 for 1 from the line today. It's the first shot, though.
Now entering for the Cougars, number 1, Andrew Lewis.
Lewis back in with 2 fouls. Michael Johnson takes a seat. Lewis 3 for 5 from the field today, looking for offensive options on what should be the last possession of the half. 28.2 seconds left, shot clock's off. Hunt's coming out as well. Davis back in with 2 fouls. Ray hits the second. 43-26 Vaqueros. Pressure from UTRGV. Raines and Johnson almost forced the turnover. They get the foul. Free throw's coming for Xavier Johnson.
Who's pretty lights out from the free throw line.
Quentin Johnson, as he was knocking the ball away, pushed Xavier Johnson in the back.
Now checking in for the Cougars, number 35, Solomon Hunt for number 4, Kayshawn Davis.
Solomon Hunt replaces Kayshawn Davis. Offense-defense substitutions for the Cougars. 22.9 ticks of the clock remaining until halftime.
Johnson.
First shot good for Johnson. Coach Hill and one of the officials were having a conversation, and when the conversation came to an end, Coach Hill smacked the official on the small of the back, and the official started laughing. I'd love to know what they're actually saying. You know, people just think, oh, they're arguing about this, that, and the other thing. I don't think that's always true.
Probably the best taco joint in the RGV is what they're talking about.
Well, it's Taco Palenque. I mean, that's proud partners of UTRGV Athletics. And yes, I'm biased. Levi across the timeline with 13 seconds left till halftime. UTRGV up 15. Levi with 7, bounce for Jackson with 5, comes in left side, tries to move a shot, he gets blocked by Lewis. Out of bounds, stays with UTRGV with 2.4 left on the clock. Take another look, see Jackson, a little contact there, ball gets swatted, and then as Jones tried to get it, a little more, but it's called Mulligan. Inbound Quentin Johnson, right wing 3. He gets his shot blocked. And we go into halftime with UTRGV.
The only Jonah Goldberg.
Well, thank you, Brian. The one, the only Kelly Ryan Smith.
That's accurate.
Jordan Jackson gets things going on the right wing with a jumper. It doesn't fall. Chicago State the rebound, and here come the Cougars. UTRGV has got its starting 5 back out there. Varner, Levi, Jackson, Ray, and Johnson. Chicago State following suit with Jones, Lewis, Hunt, Davis, and Johnson. That's Xavier Johnson. UTRGV
Someone lost a shoe.
Well, here comes UTRGV.
Oh!
And Jackson. And Jackson just dunked the ball. In case you were wondering.
I told you, he can get down the court in just a few seconds. So explosive.
Hunt puts it in for Chicago State on the other end, and it's a 15-point game. 45-30 UTRGV, a minute gone by in the second half. Varner with the ball. Pass it out to Jackson at the top. Right corner, Levi. There's a lob for Ray. Ray, left wing, Varner. Gets his defender in the air, takes a step in, out to Levi. NBA three, doesn't go. Rebound Quentin Johnson, feeds Ray underneath. Loses the ball, picked up by Varner. Varner with the spin, underneath for Ray, who slams it home with authority.
That's why offensive rebounds are so important. Second chance points.
And I put a stamp on that one because he mailed it right to Ray, and Ray delivered.
Vaqueros match their largest lead of the night, now 17, 47-30. Hunt gives it to Jones. Right wing for Davis. And as Hunt comes underneath, he gets fouled. Quentin Johnson, the culprit, his second.
Here's a fun stat for you. Looking at Chicago State's foul situation, if you've got a foul for Chicago State, you've got two. Everybody that's picked up a foul has two fouls now for Chicago State. By way of comparison, only two for UTRG. Johnson and DiBiamacca have more than one.
That could play a factor later on.
Hunt's first shot, no good. Solomon Hunt misses the second free throw. Varner gets the rebound. Head for Levi, right side. Levi top for Varner. Back to Levi on the right wing.
Man,
Fouls on Xavier Johnson.
That's just something that they cannot afford to do. Just a senseless foul there.
That's three on Johnson. Leading scorer with 8 points for Chicago State. Jackson, foul line jumper is good. Johnson trying for a steal. Contact. UTRGV ball. That one's on Solomon Hunt. That's three on him. So 3 on Hunt, 3 on Johnson, 2 on each of the other Chicago State starters. Which is fine if you get 2 fouls per half. That's only 4. That's one way to look at it, at least.
Makes it really tough to catch up if you have no fouls to give, though.
Mm-hmm. And if you end up with 4 guys playing with 4 fouls, not saying that's going to happen. You can't play defense.
You can play defense just very carefully.
Well, I mean, in theory, if you play great defense, it's fine.
Glad to see them pressing here.
Varner guarding the inbound. Ball comes to Jones. Johnson and Varner trying to block him. Varner kicks the ball. It stays to Chicago State. 28 shot clock, 16:45 game clock, 49-30 Vaqueros. Xavier Johnson driving the lane, puts up a shot, no good, but a foul. Came through traffic, got somebody to touch him. And I'll say it was Levi, his first. 3 already on the Vaqueros in this half.
Quick look at the replay. Looks like Levi may have got a little bit of his forearm as he swiped down right as Johnson was headed up to the rim.
Johnson hits a second free throw. $17-point advantage for UTRGV. 16.5 to go. Jackson with the ball in the right wing. Comes in, passes it out to Levi at the top. Left wing, Johnson for three. Yes! And the Vaqueros have their largest lead of the game. It's 20 points, 52-32.
That's a good sign for Quentin Johnson. He'd been 0 for 3 from long range in this one before burying that. And that gives UTRGV another scoring threat outside of the big three.
Ball rolls out of bounds as Chicago State tries to start its offense. Discussion off who it's off. It's off the Cougars. UTRGV ball when we return. 15:59 to play. 52-32 Vaqueros. This is UTRGV men's basketball and the WAC Digital. Blood, sweat, and tears to this department.
A lot of that.
And our time. Darren Flowers and the UTRG track and field team open the season in 6 days.
Texas A&M.
Jordan Jackson, left wing three. Bingo! UTRGV, his foot was on the line. 54-32, so up 22, largest lead of the game. And then we get a steal on the other end. Varner coming in 3-on-3, lays it up with the right hand and rolls off the rim. Rebound, Amir Golazadeh in for the first time today, but Jackson gets a steal. Gives it to Ray, left wing Levi. Takes a step in, back out Jackson.
Varner's open in the corner.
Levi along the baseline, and he just forces the contact. That's very smart.
We talked about it all year. Javon Levi is not afraid to go in among the trees, see if he can pick some low-hanging fruit. Look at it right here. Gets two guys in the air and says, I'll take that.
That's what makes him so good. He creates opportunities.
Yeah, three defenders in front of him. Davis was over there also. Probably why he wasn't able to go to Varner in the corner. He's like, well, I'm a good free throw shooter.
I thought he was going to do it. I thought he was going to dish it out there.
If anybody can find the hole, it's Javon Levi. One of the best point guards in the nation.
And not only not great at distributing the ball, but a great defender, reigning WAC Defensive Player of the Year. He's a spectacular point guard. He's the motor that runs this UTRG offense and defense.
Lozada up for Davis at the top. Foul away from the ball. It's on Levi, his second. I did not see what he did. Maybe the camera did. You kind of see his hand coming away. Probably a little incidental contact. Xavier Johnson for three, no good. Rebound Jordan Jackson. Here come the Vaqueros. Freeman in the left corner, Varner. It's a lob for Ray. Right corner, Levi. Along the baseline. Left corner, Varner. Into the lane, lay it
Beautiful.
up and in. Plus the foul.
Beautiful right there.
Coach Hill likes it, clapping those hands. There we go. And that's all Varner as well. Found himself caught there in the corner, a little dribble drive, gets the contact, floats that in.
This UTRGV offense is starting to gel, man. You've seen it the last couple weeks, and it'll be a key to their success down the stretch.
Bratton, Dimiamaka in. Ray and Levi out for UTRGV. UTRGV has now scored 10 straight points as part of a 14-2 run. And UTRGV leads 59-32. 14 and a half minutes to go. Long inbounds. Davis one-on-one with Bratton. And Bratton fouls him to prevent the layup. Davis hits the first free throw. Second one is in and out. Rebound Varner. Jackson coming up right side for UTRGV. Handoff to Bimaka. Freeman to his left. Launches a deep three. Got it! Oh! Chris Freeman hit that one from the parking lot.
And he's now 3 for 4 from long range today. Talk about making your moment count.
Yeah, he's been huge.
Golzade comes underneath, lays it in. UTRGV's lead cut to 62-35. Jackson across the timeline, calls out a play for Freeman. Now back to Jackson at the top, right wing to Bimaka, right corner Varner. Varner launches a deep 2 and knocks it down. 19 points, Leslie Varner. Up quickly comes Lewis. Hop, skip into the lane. There's the shot. It's good.
That's 8 points for Lewis. He's had some flashes trying to get the Chicago State offense fired up.
Well, I mean, offense isn't really the problem for Chicago State. They're shooting 52% from the field. They just have 15 fewer shots than UTRGV. So otherwise, the shooting's the same. Oh, boy. UTRGV and Chicago State almost got into a fight. Take another look. So Freeman shot a 3, and on the miss, Dibimaka got it back. Kind of went down while trying to put it back in. Jones looked like he wanted to help him up, but then Dibimaka and Jones started jawing at each other. Somebody called timeout. Well, I don't think it's just the officials, right?
Yeah, they may be going over to look at the monitor, though the replay didn't show a whole lot going on there.
But in a game like this, I'm not.
Back to speak of.
Well, that's 3 fouls on Jones, so 3 starters with 3 fouls for Chicago State now. Dibimaka's first free throw is good. Second shot is good. UTRGV by 29. It's 66-37. 12:44 to play. Lewis gets trapped in the back corner. Jackson with the steal. Jackson comes in and misses the dunk. Rebound Marble. Head for Golzade. Left side jumper, no good. Rebound out of bounds.
This place might have gone crazy if he would have capitalized on that dunk.
I think the roof would have blown off.
Replay showing us another look at it here. Jackson just jumping in that passing lane and getting the steal and saying, hey, look what I found.
Johnson at the foul line. Sends underneath for Hunt. Layup no good. Foul called.
Good move there by Hunt.
He's played some big minutes. 20 to be exact for Chicago State. I gotta like his footwork too. Just a broad-bodied, big postman, gets down in there, uses his body and his hips to establish position. And once he's got some space, look at the great footwork here.
Yeah,
One quick
great
spin,
footwork.
right to the rim.
Free throw good for Hunt. 66-38 UTRGV, 12-12 to go. Ibimaka, long pass up right wing. McLean takes a step in, stops, passes it out. Jones gets his hand on it. Ibimaka gets it back. Right wing Jackson alone for three. Yes! Jordan Jackson from downtown. UTRGV now leads by 31 points. 69-38. Marble for Golzada. Gets Fontaine past him in the air, and then Golzada lays it in. Back to a 29-point game.
UTRGV continues to hit open shots. I think that's been a huge thing tonight for them.
Freeman, right corner, Dibiamaka for three, doesn't go. Rebound Hunt. Head for Xavier Jones. McLean comes up to contest. Jones lays it in. Or Johnson, I should say. And Dibiamaka the other way. Layup blocked by Hunt. Rebound stolen by Freeman. He saves it while diving into the bench.
Up by 27, still a lot of hustle.
Wow. Freeman gets up after knocking over multiple chairs with a big smile on his face. Xavier Johnson commits his fourth foul, and we hit a timeout. 11:05 to go, 69-42. UTRGV on top. This is UTRGV men's basketball on the WAC Digital Network and Q94.5, the Rock Station.
In the minute it takes to knock back your dream, spot your new crush, or cheer on the home team.
State compared to just 5 for UTRGV. We're back to action. For play-by-play, here's Jonah Goldberg.
Thank you, Brian. 11 minutes left. Vaqueros by a lot. McLean. Stop to Freeman. Pass the right wing, Dibiamaka. Stops the foul line, left wing Rains. Rains, top for Freeman. He's got 3 3-pointers today. Freeman comes in, throws it up, no good. But Fontaine with the finish!
Wow.
71-42. Golzada comes in for Chicago State. Underneath, it gets doubled. Pass it off to no one in particular. Connor Rains picks it up. Pass for Dibiamaka.
Almost to Jonah Goldberg.
Coming my way.
Cat-like reflexes. He was ready.
I'd like to say that my first instinct was to protect my broadcast partners or maybe my laptop. It wasn't. Fontaine with that dunk moments ago. UTRGV up 71-42. We're midway through the second half. Davis gives it for Golzada on his right, top of the key for Hunt. Johnson driving in, he gets fouled. And comes up limping a little. Oh boy. Johnson just sat on the ground. That's Xavier Johnson.
Chicago State can't afford to lose him.
Saw Freeman was trying to block his shot, and Johnson's back up. And he's definitely moving gingerly. Looks like he's going to at least stay in for the free throws. Someone's waiting to check in for Chicago State. You would think for him, but we'll find out in a moment. Johnson misses the first shot.
I don't know if he can put much pressure on that knee.
And here's the problem. By staying in to shoot the free throws, I mean, he missed badly on the first one. That's not like him at all. If he misses the second one, well, they can't take him out unless they call timeout. Second shot, no good. Rebound by Jones, who gets fouled going up for the layup, and that will allow Xavier Johnson to escape this game. He's definitely in pain. I mean, he's doubled over in pain right now. So, 2 quick fouls on Freeman. 8 now on UTRGV. That's a shooting foul, so Jones gets ready to shoot.
At the line for the Cougars, number 0, Rasheer Jones.
Well, they haven't taken him out yet.
First shot good for Jones, and now Johnson coming out on Andrew Lewis in. Jamal Gaines and Quentin Johnson in. Isaiah Fontaine, Rob McClain out for UTRGV.
Number 21, Isaiah Fontaine.
Looks like he's going back into the locker room, Xavier Johnson.
Oh, boy. Well, there's no reason to chance anything today, even if he turns out to be okay. Bringing him back in, it's 71-43, but Lewis gets a steal and goes coast to coast for a layup, 71-45. But Chicago State just hoping that this isn't the long-term thing. He's their leading scorer. Looking underneath for Gaines. Out of bounds, Chicago State ball. Lewis trying to pass it from the baseline, gives it to Freeman. He plays for UTRGV. Give it to Demiamako, right wing Johnson, left wing back to Freeman. Open for three, short. Rebound picked up by Lewis. Head for Davis, one-on-one with Johnson. He gets fouled before he can ever attempt a layup. That would have otherwise been good. Johnson's third foul. Free throws coming.
Would you say you'd be surprised to see Levi, Varner, or Jackson the rest of the night?
There's still 9 minutes left, so
I think it's the first time they've all, or there hasn't been one of them on the floor all night.
That's fair. There's a chance you don't see any of them again. But that is also an extended period of time to play guys without a sub, but, you do have 5 other guys you can actually put out there, so you could go the rest of the game without the 3 of them and still sub everybody in and out.
I think it's all going to depend on how the reserves play in their extended minutes here. They're going to get some extended minutes regardless.
Well, some of these guys have been shooting really well.
Freeman, left wing Raines. Raines, right corner to Biamaka. Comes around his defender and lays it in. Jones, the right wing Golzada. Comes into the lane, left wing Lewis. Lewis spins. He may have popped Raines in the face. Misses the jumper. Rebound Gaines. Here come the Vaqueros. Dibiamaka. 8 minutes to go. And, well, we're going to answer your question, Darren. Leslie Varner's here ready to check back in.
There you go.
There was a foul on Freeman away from the ball, and we hit immediate timeout. 8 minutes left, 73-47 Vaqueros. This is UTRG men's basketball on the WAC Digital Network and Q94.5, the Rock Station.
RGV.com.
Back we are at the UTRGV Fieldhouse. Alongside Brian Smith, Darren Flowers, I'm Jonah Goldberg. 8 minutes left. UTRGV leads Chicago State 73-47. Davis bringing it down for the Cougars, left side. Pass for Golzada. Now Lewis, his pass to Connor Raines, but he plays for the Vaqueros. It's a steal. He spins into the lane, misses the layup. Lewis the rebound. Here come the Cougars again. Give it to Lewis. Foul line jumper off the back iron, off the top of the backboard. And the rebound brought in by Quentin Johnson. Looking for Raines in the right corner, off his fingertips and out. And back to Chicago State.
Man, this Chicago State team's getting tired.
I'm tired just watching.
Yeah, a lot of them, they've played a lot of minutes.
Well, the starters, Lewis has played the least at 20 minutes, but he'll be playing Oh, the rest of the way with Xavier Johnson out after he got left with an apparent injury, playing 24 minutes. 2 other starters at 24, Jones at 29, and then one reserve, Marble at 17, Golazad 10, and then 8, 5, and 2 for your other 3. So you're really relying on a core group there as Dibiamaka misses a jumper from the foul line, and rebound Jones. Jackson and Levi waiting to check in for UTRGV. Raines picks up his second foul. And Davis gets ready for free throws. Davis 1 for 2 from the line today.
You know, you saw Coach Hill rotating all those guys in early. And I think that's why we're pulling away.
It helps when you play this style UTRGV plays. 40 minutes of insanity.
They play it well. They're playing it well.
UTRGV once up by 31. That lead has been cut to 24. Varner has the ball in the left wing. Steps in for a jumper. No good, but a foul. Varner 4 for 5 from the line today. Gets to shoot 2 more. Foul on Golzada is second. First free throw good for Varner. UTRGV's next home game 2 weeks from tonight. In men's basketball anyway. New Mexico State comes to town January 25th. Pack the house.
That's a big one.
First 500 fans get free t-shirts. You're going to have to elbow Darren Flowers out of the way in the line. Lewis coming in, tries the layup, no good. Varner the rebound. Of course I say that, but Coach Flowers will actually be in College Station with the track team. Jackson drills a 3 from the left corner.
Now 3 for 5 from long range on the day. He doesn't just dunk. He'll get work done from long range as well.
Well, you know the story of Jordan's name, right? Not the Jackson part. So, as he told it, when his mom, Cheryl Swoops, possibly the greatest women's basketball player of all time. Back at the UTRGV Fieldhouse, Brian Smith and Darren Flowers and Jonah Goldberg, 5:49 to play, 78-49 UTRGV leads Chicago State. So I was about to tell a story. How did Jordan Jackson get the name Jordan? So Cheryl Swoops' mother, one of the greatest women's basketball players of all time, if not the greatest, was talking to Michael Jordan and either said, I'm going to name my Jordan after you, or asked, do you mind if I name my son Jordan after you? I think she said, I don't remember the exact. That's why I'm giving both as possible options. KRTV Channel 5 actually did a story on this a little while back. They're one of our partners, so go to krtv.com/sports, and I'm sure you'll find it. But anyway, so here's what Michael Jordan apparently said. He said that he can have the name Jordan, but he better be able to dunk and he better be able to shoot, otherwise I want my name back. Well, as we learned on we already knew this, but as we proved again on Thursday with the Sports Center best dunk of the night, Jordan Jackson can dunk. And as he's proving tonight by hitting 3 3-pointers and going 6 for 12 in the field, man can shoot.
It's called self-fulfilling prophecy.
30-second timeout on the floor.
Hey, and he can play defense. Jordan can play defense too.
4 steals. Ball gets loose. Levi picking it up right side. Pass the left corner. Looking for Jackson. It gets tipped on the way, and then it goes out. It'll stay with UTRGV. But you know what impresses me about Jordan Jackson more than the fact that he's, has earned his name effectively because he can shoot and dunk? But more than that is I don't think that that's something that he thinks about. I mean, yeah, he tells the story, and it's going to be a story just because of his lineage and the story behind his name. Johnson lays it in. But I think one of the hardest things for a person is to be the son of somebody.
Oh, no doubt. That is tough. That is tough, especially someone like Cheryl Swoops.
And yet Jordan Jackson, here he is, and he's made it. I don't look at him as the son of Charles Swoops anymore. I mean, I think this might have been the first time all year I've even said it after saying it a lot the last 2 years. I mean, I just see him as Jordan Jackson. He's made his own name. He's made he's making his own choices, his own destiny. I mean, yeah, it happens to be basketball also. He happens to wear 22 also. Is Levi Alley. Oh my goodness! Jordan Jackson does it again!
Whew, that's almost disrespectful. Look at the elevation. And Javon Levi, man, he delivered a beautiful alley to feed that oop.
Man, that's next level stuff right there.
Ball underneath for Hunt. He lays it in, gets a foul. Hunt's going to have a chance for a three-point play.
What a highlight reel this guy's going to have. I mean,
jeez. And Levi with the perfect alley-oop to Jackson. And we go into the break with UTRG up 80-55 and 3:54 to play. This is UTRG men's basketball on the WAC Digital Network and Q94.5, the rock station behind it.
And with the way Jordan Jackson's playing, we'll sell you the whole seat. You're not going to need the whole seat. You'll be right on the edge.
He'll be out of your seat the whole time. My goodness. He's a human highlight reel. Uche Dibiamaka left wing for three. It doesn't go. Rebound underneath by McLean. Can't get it in, and it gets taken away by Chicago State. The big three are out. Levi, Jackson, and Varner. It's McLean, Raines, Dibiamaka, Fontaine, and Bratton for UTRGV right now. Jones has the ball left wing. Pass left corner. Marble for three. It's good. And it's a 22-point game. Raines right wing. Pass for Dibiamaka also on the right wing. Dibiamaka comes inside. Layup no good. Rebound underneath. Grabbed by Jones. Here comes Chicago State. Jones in the top, 2.5 minutes to go. Ball underneath, shot no. Bratson trying for the rebound, out of bounds. UTRGV ball.
Cougar foul number 11, Khalil Whitehead. That is his first.
2:23 to go, 80-58 UTRGV. Coach Flowers, first-time broadcaster, long-time fan. What's your message after seeing this kind of game?
Well, they're so athletic, and I don't think it's any question that Coach Hill's teams play great defense. There's no doubt about that. But I think even more impressively, how the offense is coming together. They're hitting open shots, getting good looks. I think that's probably been the biggest question mark, maybe. But man, if they play like this down the stretch in the WAC, I think they're going to be hard to beat.
Dibiamaka with a bucket for UTRGV. 82-58, 2 minutes left. Marble left corner three. He hits it. That's a 21-point game.
The defense is just spectacular. Think about this, guys. UTRGV is going to pick up back-to-back wins now where their opponent shot above 50% from the floor and still couldn't beat them. So you can make baskets on this team and still come up on the short end.
McLean misses from long distance. Rains the offensive rebound. Gets out to Dibiamaka of UTRGV. No rush. Minute and a half to go. 14 on the shot clock. And UTRGV calls timeout. It's a quick timeout because they want to get the walk-on from Weslaco. Isaiah Garcia, he hit the three. What can he do for an encore? Garcia camps out in that right corner, as he's wont to do. Dibiamaka comes in, puts it up, rolls off the rim. Rebound Bratton, who puts it back in. UTRG up 84-61, minute 10 to go.
He's going to play in a sock.
Bratton has lost the shoe. It's near half court. Official picks it up and throws it hard off our LED board. Brand new. Whitehead left wing for three, no good. And here come the Vaqueros. Bratton still with one shoe. Dibiamaka comes inside, throws up the layup. No. Fontaine tips the rebound toward Johnson, and he gets bumped by Garcia. Give Garcia the foul. Bratton gets to put his shoe back on. I'm sure he's happy about that. Second time we've seen a player without a shoe today. That should be an official stat.
That's just effort. You're playing out of your shoes.
He makes jokes too, folks. First shot is good for Michael Johnson.
Acha-cha.
(84-62) with 43 seconds to go. Dibiamaka, Garcia, right wing for three. Yes! The walk-on from Weslaco has done it again!
He can't miss from the UTRG field house. 3 for 3 at home.
The crowd goes wild. Whitehead comes back, tries a layup. He gets fouled. And the final points, potentially, of the game will come from the line with 23.7 seconds left in a 25-point game.
That's great to see, man. You love to see that. Hometown kid, hit the tray. Beautiful.
He wasn't even on the team when practice started. He walked down in an open tryout a couple of weeks before the season. And he's been huge in practice, helping to make the team better. And when he comes in, he's ready every single time.
Hey, when you get your opportunity, you got to take advantage of it.
So Whitehead hits one free throw. 87-63 is going to be your final score. UTRGV defeats Chicago State to sweep this WAC home opening weekend. Beat Kansas City on Thursday. Beat Chicago State tonight. UTRGV now 2-1 in the WAC after defeating Chicago State by a final score of 87-63. We'll take a break. Coming up on the post-game show, we'll have your final numbers and analysis, and then a little later on, we're expected to be joined by UTR.